Hello everyone, I am Triconator, you may call me Trico, and welcome to my hotel. On today's schedules, we have for you Leaders and Dragons Session 0. So this is actually just a small project I would like to do. This is my first YouTube series that I ever do. And I'm planning on using all my experience. To give you some context, I'm actually from Honduras, a nice little country down in Central America. And I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons and being a leader on the call center industry for the past 5 years or so. And I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas that I've been working on for a couple of months, and I just can't find the right medium to express myself. And I think that YouTube, through videos, is actually the right place to take all of this information. So don't expect much when it comes to editing from my side, because I honestly don't know how to do that. But I do have some good advice that I can bring for you. So without further ado, I have a couple of points for today's video. Today's is just the introduction to what the series is actually going to be like. The first point is that today's generations, and I'm including myself, even though I'm a little bit older, I'm 27-year-old, but we are the workforce. We are the people you're going to be working with if you're a manager. If you're a manager in any industry, you're probably going to have to hire people like me. And being one of a leader, that I had the advantage, the very, very unique benefit of having grown a lot professionally on the first 5 years after studying really hard. I realized that games and being a good leader come hand in hand. I have a lot of knowledge that I've had learned from StarCraft, from World of Warcraft, from having to work in teams online, that allowed me to be better when I had to work on an industry that would have a lot of demands on me. So if I can just grab all of these concepts and make them into an easy to understand medium for you, I think that I can be both entertaining and inspiring, because that is the first video that I will be making. Inspiration. Being an inspiring leader is not impossible, but it's also not that easy. I will not go too much into details because that's going to be my first video, but I can tell you one thing for sure. It doesn't matter where you're working. I have a feeling that your team, your followers, your people are not feeling inspired. They're confused. They might feel that either they're not working in the right place or that they don't have the right boss, because there's a big difference between being a boss and a leader. And you may call yourself a leader, but ultimately, as a company can only tell you, you're just going to be a boss. So you need to find a way to get into their minds. How do you get your team to, not because of money, not because of a simple reason that you can explain, but how can you get them to do what you need them to do and feel inspired to do so? This is a question that has eluded the best managers in the world for a lot of time. And I don't believe that I have information that they don't have. I just think that they have the solution that worked for their times. And now we're in 2020, or at least I am in 2020. And I realized that it's not easy to get them to do that, and we're not doing a great job. So I have the solution through Dungeons and Dragons. Believe me or not, I know that a lot of you might have never heard of Dungeons and Dragons. Although if you clicked on this video, you probably know something, or you've heard of it at least. But Dungeons and Dragons has, on my own free time, taught me a lot, and I've been a very creative dungeon master for years now, for around 5 years. And I realized that it's not that different. A great dungeon master is usually a great leader, as long as he understands how to marry those concepts together. And that is what my first video is going to be like. So this is just, I needed to record something tonight. I am going through a lot of things myself, but I needed to get the ball rolling because I want to get my ideas out there for you, the viewer. And I hope that my lighting is enough. I hope that my microphone was able to catch my voice. And I hope that I was able to inspire you to hit like, subscribe, or whatever you want to. Leave me a comment, because this is an idea that I think is worth discussing. And I'm gonna try to make as many videos as possible to get my voice out there, because I honestly think that if this is not the answer, it's at least close. And you're gonna regret if you don't take your time to just go to these small videos and start listening to them, because I have had this information for a while and feeling like I can't give it to someone who can find the rest of the puzzle and who can actually take this and become the best professional leader, not as a streamer, as a YouTuber, or as a friend, but as anything you like. These concepts are applicable for anything you like. So hopefully I was able to get the ball rolling. Hopefully this first take video was good enough, and hopefully you enjoy your stay. Hotel Trickonator will always, always, always be open for those who are seeking to spend a night in an interesting place. And after all that has been said, there's nothing left for me to say anymore. Enjoy your night, and thank you for staying at Hotel Trickonator.